I am sporting my Christmas jumper. I don't know if you can see. I'm in full Christmas mode at the moment, but I thought I would bring back a really old video that I did a long while ago. I'm talking like 2013, I think, when I was first on YouTube and all of these videos were like the thing to do. I'm going to be talking about my favourite beauty products of 2019. This is such like an old school video. I know loads of people still do it, and I kind of haven't been sticking to like a monthly favourites or anything, because I found that sometimes my favourites would just stay the same for a month. So I've just kind of been doing like current favourites, and that is what I've kind of used as my research for looking at what I loved using this year beauty wise. So I have got a mixture of body care, makeup, skincare and a few hair care products as well. So I'm not going to talk on about this intro any longer. I'm going to crack straight on, and the first little category that I'm going to be talking about is body care. So most of these have been gifted to me over the past few years or whatever, but obviously, as I always say, opinions are my own. Obviously the fact that I'm featuring them in this video means I must love them a lot. And what I'm going to do is down below I will mark if anything is gifted with a little asterisk, and also if it's an affiliate link I'll put add AF by it, but I'll put all that below. This light is flickering. Oh, that's better. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is a body lotion, and this is the Kiehl's Creme de Corps body lotion. Oh my gosh, there is such a hype around this body lotion, and I totally see why now. I have been absolutely loving this as like an everyday body moisturizer. It just does everything I want. Obviously I still have quite dry skin, so sometimes I do get some flare-ups, but this doesn't aggravate them. It doesn't get rid of them necessarily, but the thing I love about this is that it's just like a really stable Are you rustling? I wonder what that was. That was really scary. The thing I love about this is just a really stable product. Like, I can go back to it time and time again, and I just find it really reliable for keeping my skin nice and moisturized over the day, over 2 days, and it just does a really good job. So I think for like stability, this body lotion is something I will be repurchasing in the future. Obviously it's a little bit pricey, but I've definitely found this year that buying into more pricey products, if the quality is there, is so worth it. Next we have a product which I have worn off the label. I have used so much. So this is the I'm not sure if I've got this name right. It's BYBI Bybee. I don't know, I'm so sorry. This is their beauty balm. Originally I had this I think last year, and I kind of took it with me traveling when I went to Berlin, and I really enjoyed it. But this year I have found this has been absolutely fantastic as a cuticle balm. Obviously this is a multi-purpose balm, so you can use it for pretty much everything, but I found it to be so effective for my cuticles because it's more oily and it really helps to moisturize them and keep any hangnails at bay. I've not found it's been really good for like lip balm or anything because I have quite dry lips, but this has just been fantastic for things like that. Also, if my hair's gone a bit static and I'm out anywhere and I've got this with me, just run it through my hair and it is really good at getting rid of static. So for like an all-round one, but especially for my cuticles, this is fantastic. Now, fragrance. I'm going to count this in body care because obviously I put this on my body. This is one that I have just found I've come back to time and time again. It's one that I've talked about a lot, but so there might be no surprise here, but it is the Calvin Klein Euphoria scent. I just love this scent. I just found that I kept grabbing for it. After I tried a new perfume, I just kept going back to this, and I do have a very small amount left. I did a video recently on my IGTV where I literally had like a small amount left. Now I've literally got like the drops left. It's like barely anything, but this one has just been absolutely fantastic and is possibly something that I would consider repurchasing in the future because I just consider it like my scent. Now for tan. Now I have 2 tans. One of them I don't have with me, the other one I do. So I'm going to talk about the one I've got with me at the moment. So my main tan that I've been using is the Isle of Paradise Self Tanning Water in the lighter shade. I just found this so easy to use, especially for someone who was pretty scared of tanning before I kind of got into this one. And I just found like I'm a really lazy tanner. I would just go for gradual tanners. I'm not one of those people who can put a tan on and then wash it off in the morning, or like wash it off like an hour later. I'm not into wash off tans at all. However, waters are just amazing. I just have been finding that this is really easy to apply without getting too many streaks, especially for someone who's heavy-handed like myself. And I just find 3 pumps of this each time I put it on my mitt is perfect for me, without me looking too orange or too fake, and it just blends in really nicely with my skin tone. So I've just been really enjoying using that. The other tan has been like my top-up tan sort of thing. I also bang on about the Garnier Summer Body Lotion, which is like a gradual tanner. The other one that I have been using, which is a shower tan, is the Saint Tropez pre-shower tan, the 1 minute one. I've been loving that. It's currently at my boyfriend's at the moment, so I don't have the bottle, so I might put a picture here or something so you can see it. That has just been so good as like my top-up tan in between using this tan. I've just found it so good. And also, if there's a day where I find like I don't necessarily want to go for a full tan, I want to go just a kind of a little bit more on the lighter side, and I just need something quick to use, because obviously you have to use the mitt with the water. If I've just not got enough time on my hands, I will go for that mousse, and you literally just pop it on with your hands. You leave it for a minute and then you go in the shower and you wash it off and you do whatever you do in the shower. Right, moving on to makeup. So I'm not going to do this in the order of how I apply my makeup. As I said earlier, I'm just going to pick out the items that I have with me. So the first thing I've got is a setting spray, and this is the Sport FX Mist and Fix spray. This is just fantastic. I use this when I put on my light makeup for work. I don't like to wear a lot of makeup to work. Sometimes I just don't even wear a base at all. I might just put some mascara on. If I'm feeling really lazy or I'm running late, I don't wear any makeup at all. But when I do, this has been absolutely fantastic, because obviously as I'm teaching, especially if I'm teaching dance, or if I'm teaching and then I'm going to the gym straight after, this is just great for holding everything in place. And the spray isn't too violent. Sometimes I find some fixing sprays to have a really violent spray. This is just, as it says in the title, a mist, and it really does just mist over your face. Right, so I'm going to talk about brows now. In the past I have talked about my Kat Von D eyebrow pencil, and I still love that. That is still a firm favourite of mine. But I wanted to talk about something that was fairly new to me this year, and it is the Glossier Boy Brow. As a lot of people say, the type has rubbed off the packaging, which happens, but it just shows again how much I love it. So I found that I really needed something again for work when I wanted to define my brows a little bit and fill in the gaps. As much as I love that Kat Von D pencil, I found that I was running out of it really quickly if I was using it when I was going to work every single day, and it's quite expensive. So I wanted to kind of find an alternative that I could use. I mean, to be honest, there's not much in the price between these two. There's like £5, but I was just finding that I didn't necessarily want full-on brows for work, because it's work, and I teach dance and I don't necessarily need full-on brows when I'm doing that. So I just wanted something, because I have quite patchy brows kind of in the front part here, the thicker part. This has been fantastic for just giving my brows a lift. I'm gonna throw in some nail polishes, because I have found a new nail polish brand this year. The brand is Jessica. So I've got some examples of some of the ones that I have been really loving. I also have the base coat and the top coat, and I think the thing for me is that the colours are amazing, they last really well, and I find that they don't chip as easily. So these are the 3 colours that I have reached for. I do have some new colours which I'm hoping to feature soon, but these are the ones that came earlier this year, and I have really been enjoying wearing them, especially during the spring and the summer. I think the range is called their Tea Party range or something like that. But basically we have got this gorgeous lilac, which is in the shade Lavender Love. We then have Blueberry Cream, in this gorgeous kind of light cornflower blue. And then this lovely minty green, which is Love You Very Matcha. And I just love the names, they're just really, really cute. Now, blush was such a hard one to choose from because I had a very firm favourite up until about a month ago. And then suddenly this other blush came into my life and I was completely blown away. Let's talk about the OG one. This is NARS Gina. I absolutely love this blush. It is just the perfect shade for me. It is this kind of orange tone blush. I have found that if I wear anything that's too blue based in a blush, where it's like really kind of pinky, just doesn't work for me. As I've said in the past, I go red as a tomato and that just doesn't work. So I've been finding that orange toned blushes have been really, really nice on my skin tone. So obviously I've been using that for many, many years. This is the blush that came into my life a month ago and has completely kind of brought out my love for blush again, because I was only really reaching for this NARS one and then this one came along. This is the Stila Dual Lip and Cheek Cream. Now, I went to their counter in Selfridges. They invited me along to try out some products and then they sent me some products to try afterwards. It is the perfect mix of kind of light pale pink and orangey toned. All I need is like a very, very small amount on my finger and then I just blend it out from the apples of my cheeks and it just looks amazing. I haven't actually got it on today. That's not good. So let me just pop some on for you so you can see. Let's have a little look. So I literally just take like the tiniest bit and then I'll smile and then I literally just blend it out from there. And I find that it just gives a nice little pop of colour to my face without being too in your face. There we go. I just think it just looks really, really nice. Brushes have to be, hands down, Spectrum brushes. This year I have just been obsessed with them. I have pretty much only used Spectrum brushes this year. That's it. And sponges. There's no more I really need to say about it. I've banged on about them a lot in previous videos and on my blog and stuff like that. I just really love them. They are just such a great brand and just such fun colours as well. I really, really struggled with foundation this year. I tried some that would just break me out on my forehead, that would flare up my folliculitis, that I didn't like, obviously. And then I tried some that were really chalky, didn't like them, got rid of them. This is the Avon True Power Stay Foundation. I featured this in my everyday makeup routine, which was a couple of videos ago, and I have been loving it ever since. I think for me, for this year, because I struggled so much with foundation, I have to, whoa, here comes the rain, guys. I think because I had such a hard time trying to find foundations that were good for my skin, that when this came along not that long ago, I was just like, yeah, this is my favourite foundation of the year, because nothing else really lived up to it. To be honest, I don't have much to fault it. It gives me really nice colour. Obviously I've got it on now and it blends really nicely with the sponge. I just found that it stays on really nicely throughout the day without too much clumping on dry bits. When it comes to primer, I didn't really use primer that much this year. When I did, it was the Benefit Professional. I just can't beat it. I've spoken about it a lot before. It's out there, it's been around for ages, so again, it's not something like it's completely brand new or anything. So again, not really much I can say about that. No surprise for concealer, it has to be the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I've talked about this loads so much. I am so glad I got this for my eyes, for the sake of the dryness of them, because they're just ridiculously dry. And it's just been great. Again, I can't go on too much about it because I've spoken about it too much before. But yeah, this has just been my favourite concealer. Now, when it comes to highlighter and bronzer, which I'll talk about in a minute, I went back to some old favourites. I've had these for years and I was surprised because I had a lot of bronzers and highlighters coming in this year to try. And I've just gone back to these ones. It's the Mary Luminizer. I just really love it. I don't have it on today because because I've got another one, but I just find that this champagne-y colour just suits me so nicely. I have found definitely when it comes to evening, this just beats any highlighter I have. I've got some really nice like highlighters that I can wear during the day, like this one I've got on now. It's just a very subtle glow, but when I want that full-on highlight glow, this is what I go for time and time again. So yeah, I've been surprised that I reached back for this, but I've just really been loving it again. Now this bronzer, I don't know whether you can still get it. I think you can. It's not like super old, but I've had it a while. I had it a long while. This is the Bare Minerals Ready Bronzer in the Skinny Dip. And again, I've just found I've gone back to this, especially this summer. It was the perfect tone for me with my tan skin. I found that I've been going for other ones kind of in the last month or so, but when I had like my summer tan, this was perfect. And again, I just found I could, even though it's quite warm, I can quite easily contour with it and it looks okay with my skin, which isn't really the rules, but this is why you break the rules. Right, palettes. I've got one at the moment which I'm really liking, but I kind of feel like I've not had long enough to play around with it. It's the one I got on my eyes at the moment. But when I was looking at all the palettes that I had, there was one that just stuck out to me that I remember really enjoying, and it was this one from the Body Shop. This is the Own Your Naturals eyeshadow palette. Just the colours, this is the thing that I really liked. I had some that I really loved, but they were either too much of the same tone or they were not much of a mixture of mattes and shimmers, whereas this is like the perfect mix of both. And there were just some gorgeous kind of colours in there. Some of them really got me into orange, which happened when I did my everyday makeup routine a couple of videos ago. I find that it's great for the summertime, but also as you're going into autumn. It doesn't have a mirror, that's the only thing I probably complain about, so it's not really great if you want to take it traveling and you kind of want a mirror in your eyeshadow palette. But apart from that, it is such a fantastic palette. I have 3 lip products to choose from. I kind of wanted to go for kind of one of each of what I've been using. So let's start with lipstick. It's an old favourite again. It's Velvet Teddy. Again, I found I was going back to this a lot. I just find that recently this has been really suiting my skin, and I've just been really enjoying that dark-ish kind of pinky nude, and it is just it's a staple. We all know and we all love it. Well, some people do. When it comes to a gloss, this was almost like my other alternative if I wanted a nude lip look sort of thing. This is the Pixi lip gloss in Sheer Rose. Again, I talked about this recently in my everyday makeup routine video. Some of these will be, you would have recognised them from that video, and it is just the perfect like sheerness to colour, and like you can still see it, and it gives like a really nice kind of rosy look to the lips without being too crazy overpowering. I've just been found I've been wearing it every single day. And then when I've been wanting a pop of colour, well, it's kind of colour, it's a bit more on the pinky side, I have been going for this LOV Matte Devotion liquid lipstick in Intrinsic, what's it called? Intrinsic Serenity. I thought it said security then, I was like, that's not right. So this is very much a kind of pinky rose colour, and I just love how it looks on the lips. Staying power is fantastic. I normally find I only have to top it up kind of, if I've worn it in the morning, I get to like mid-afternoon, especially if I've eaten, and I just kind of need to do it kind of on the inside bit. Apart from that, it lasts really well and the colour definitely stays. So yeah, I've been really getting into the rosy pink thing this year. Surprisingly, I used to be a red girl through and through. I've just hardly reached for red this year at all. It's really weird. 2 eyeliners stood out for me this year, and they are from the same brand. They're from Sport FX, and the first one I'm going to talk about is the Definition Duo eyeliner pencil. This is so nice, so nice. So I've just loved how thin the little nib bit is, but the colour that comes out of this You do not need to be heavy-handed at all. It just does it straight away, pretty much. It's just really great for that. And then on the other side, you have got a black colour. So you've almost got like all the eyeliners you want in one pencil, a nice brown and a nice black. I've been reaching more for the brown because I've been going for more of that kind of brown orangey tones on my eyes, but they've been working really nicely. And then this was like the liquid eyeliner that kind of blew me out the water this year, and this is the Finish liner. It is just fantastic. Again, loads of people were telling me to like try it, and it has just been such an amazing liner. Just so nice, easy to use. I found that it wasn't drying out, whereas some eyeliners I've had have been drying out so quickly after I had them, whereas this one was just so great and has just been consistent. And I like consistency in a liquid eyeliner. Right, on to skincare. These are the kind of things that stood out to me this year in particular. The first thing is the No. 7 Dark Circle Corrector. Oh my gosh, this is so good. I did a full-on review video of this if you want to check that out, but I have just been using it ever since that video, and I've not necessarily thought that my circles have got lighter than from the video. They have just kept dark circles at bay, and the fact that this has got a concealer tint to it is fantastic for the days when I don't necessarily want to put a base on. I can pop this on my eyes and I'm ready to go pretty much. I'm going to include lips in this, and I'm going to include a lovely lip scrub which I have been loving for an amazing company, Pure Cosmetics. I discovered them at This Morning Live. Absolutely love their products. Their lip scrubs have become holy grail for me. Just amazing. This is the Passion Fruit Martini one. This is the one I've got at my bedside at the moment. I just can't fault it. The fact that it is natural, it's vegan, it really looks after my lips, and it doesn't aggravate my skin. I find some lip scrubs can be really aggravating. Okay, I have to talk about this serum because it is probably there's no other serum that kind of tops it, because the fact that it has dealt with my folliculitis so well. This is the Concept Skin serum called Grace. So the thing is that I now, rather than using this every day, because it is quite expensive, like this little one is like 20, you can get a bigger one that's 35. So I've been, after I was gifted the original one, I've been repurchasing the £20 one, which is 15 millilitres. And what I've done is, if something has flared me up, I just apply it that night or for a couple of days just to get my skin back to where it needs to be, and then I can continue on with my normal skincare routine. Moisturizers, I have two. I have a day and a night moisturizer. The first one is one that I have repurchased after being gifted it, and I just love and adore. It's the L'Occitane Aqua Riota Ultra Thirst Quenching Gel. I just adore it so much. I love how fun it is. Like, it is literally like this gel with all these bubbles in it, that type of formula, but it does such a great job at moisturizing my skin during the day. It's not too heavy, it works through summer through to winter. It's just so great. I can't bang on about it enough. It's just fantastic, especially if you've got sensitive skin. This just does wonders. I mean, the whole range in general I love, and I've talked about a lot before. God, that rain is coming in, oh my gosh. And then for night cream, I have been reaching for this. Now, technically this is a mask, but you can use it 5 days a week and it could be okay for your skin. This is the Kiehl's Ginger Leaf and Hibiscus Firming Mask, and it's an overnight mask, so you literally just put it on like your normal moisturizer, and I just love this stuff. It smells so nice. It's not too gingery if you're not keen on ginger. It's just got that slight hint of it. And what I find is, because normally I'll spend the weekend at my boyfriend's or something like that, I just use this during the week and it's perfect. It honestly, my skin feels amazing when I wake up in the morning. I don't have any dry, horrible, tough areas that have like accumulated overnight. You get that power of a mask, but the fact that you can use it nearly every day is quite something. So that is definitely going to be a repurchase when I run out of it. Okay, last thing in my skincare. This was fairly new to me and I have been really enjoying it. So it doesn't look like I've used a lot, but that's because I find that I only need a couple of drops of this. This is the Pixie Rose Tonic. Really love this. The fact that it smells obviously of rose is a huge thing for me because I love rose. Just find again, it does really nice things for my skin, especially after cleansing. It's really refreshing, and then I mainly use this at night. It's a great combination actually, this and the Kiehl's overnight mask. The combination of these two things together are so good. Okay, so the last two things are hair care. I didn't really find I had like a major love for any shampoo or conditioner combination this year. I think it's because of these two products. These two products have been the standout things for me, hands down. So the first thing is the Schwarzkopf Got To Be Oh My Nude Lightweight Foam Spray for air drying your hair. I don't think I have touched my hairdryer more than 10 times this year. I have been air drying my hair. I did it today. I've suddenly found that I have curls ever since I came back from traveling. I just have curls. I don't know where they came from, but they're here. And I find that air drying them just brings out my curls so much, and I really like that I have curls. And I find that traditional mousses don't really work for me. I don't like the scrunchy feeling it leaves my hair with. So even though this is like a mousse, the fact that it comes out as a spray makes all the difference. And I find after I have washed my hair, I have towel dried it, I spray this on and it just defines my curls so much without the frizz. That's the thing. I was really struggling with frizz, especially at the start of the year. And then this came into my life. I'm so thankful. And then lastly, when it comes to aftercare for my hair, this oil has just been so nice. And it's really funny because when I first started using it, I was barely using any. I was using like 1 or 2 pumps. And then on it, it says like 3 to 4. And I was like, oh no, I don't want it to go like really limp with oil because my hair is so heavy. If you put too much oil in it, it literally just goes like that. It's just not great. So this took me a while to get used to, hence again why I've not used that much. Now I use about 4 pumps each time I wash my hair and it is so good. This is the Percy & Reed Wonder Treatment Oil Plus. It just is amazing. You've got the classic Percy & Reed scent, and I just find that it leaves my hair so nice and smooth and silky, to the point where I always know when my hair is in really great condition is if I tie it up with an invisible wool, and the first kind of couple of times I put it up, it falls out straight away because my hair's so silky smooth. And it's because of this. This just does wonders for my hair. God, I'm exhausted. I have to go and teach children now and I'm exhausted after filming this video. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. I'm really glad I did this. I said to myself, I want to do like some roundup videos this year, and I'm so glad I have. Do let me know if you enjoyed this. Give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any favourites from this year. Let me know what your favourites of 2019 were. It doesn't have to be beauty, it could be anything really. I mean, I'm going to do some more roundup videos, kind of books. I'm going to try and fit in a clothing one as well. But if there's any suggestions of any other favourites you want me to do, let me know. And if you're new, please do subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!